welcome back to another video. If you are new and watching for the first time, welcome to the channel. There's nothing but good vibes here. I'm actually filming this video while I'm sick. I know I may not look sick, but for the past 2 days I have been experiencing really terrible body pain, high fever. I literally just recovered only to get sick again, and it's so annoying. I'm not able to immediately turn my neck to the side. I have to be turning my entire body, and I have this really annoying headache that just feels like my head is going to explode. I literally have to stop walking just to have it ease and then continue walking really slow. But I'm still filming for you guys because I want to stay very consistent for you. Today's video I am very excited to do because it is a Q&A / get to know me. So I will be answering questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. If you have been subscribed to my channel from the moment that I started YouTube, you would know that I previously had 2 get to know me videos about 3 years ago or so. However, they are no longer on the channel because they're not really up to par of where I would like them to be. My editing was not really that good back then. The videos, the lighting was just not that good. So I've decided to do an updated Q&A / get to know me. So I'm really excited to be answering these questions for you guys. I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram. I did the Instagram sticker and I did get a pretty good amount of questions. So that is what we will be doing today. Before we get into the video, don't forget to comment any other videos that you guys would like to see, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss when I upload another video. Let's get right into these questions. Question number 1. What's your date of birth and your zodiac sign? So my date of birth is June 6, 2001, 0606. Imagine if I was born in 2006. It would be just the perfect combination of numbers, but it's June 6, 2001, and my zodiac sign is a Gemini. I am a June Gemini. I know in my previous video I did say that I don't agree with astrology as much just because I don't like the fact that people use it to defend and kind of explain who they are and why they behave that way, etc. But every day as I discover new things on Instagram, I am learning to appreciate my zodiac sign a little bit more, just because a lot of the things that I read really truly describes my personality and my behavior. And really and truly, if you know me, you don't need me to explain, well, this is why I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini because I behave this way. I don't quote, well, I'm a Gemini and this is my personality and I behave this way. No. Next, what's your favorite color? I'm wearing it right now. My favorite color is black, and over the years I have developed a love for white and gray. I typically like very dark colors. However, I have decided to give my wardrobe a bit of color change. So I do try to incorporate very light pink into my clothing choices. I also have a little appreciation for baby blue, turquoise or teal, and that's about it. But if I had to pick a color to wear every single day, it would definitely be black because half my wardrobe is black. Guilty as charged. What's your favorite place on earth? I love this question. My favorite place on earth would have to be anything that has a beach or a lake involved. So when I used to live back home, if you are a Guyanese, you would know about the seawalls. However, if you visited there, I'm sure you've seen it. But my favorite place back home was the seawalls. However, since I moved to the US, I explored a lot more places and I developed a huge love for beaches. And I realized very quickly that I love to be near the ocean because it's such a calm, soothing place, and it helps me really think and come to realization about a lot of things. it calms me as well. Like, I just love looking at the waves, and if I was a swimmer, I probably would have been in the middle of the ocean, indulgent in my thoughts and coming to my conclusions. But unfortunately, I have to stay on shore and put my foot in the water and just appreciate the lovely nature around me. So my favorite place definitely is beaches. Where are you from? So I think I just answered this question. I am from Guyana, specifically Georgetown, which is the city's capital. So I am a city girl. I have lived there literally my entire life, born and raised. And I do love Guyana. It's my heart. Every chance I get to possibly fly out of the country, my first choice is always Guyana. However, I have visited there only once since I've moved to the US. And Guyanese gal here. What sports do you like? So in high school, I was really into track and field. I was a runner, like sign me up for any track and field that you need me to. However, I developed a shortage of breath during a lot of those races, and I realized all too quickly that this is probably what I should not do anymore. So then I developed a love for lawn tennis, and I don't really play it that much, but I definitely love it. However, I also like basketball, but I don't know how to play it. Don't sign me up to throw any hoops because I'm too short. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put me on your team if you're playing basketball. And I do like to watch football from time to time, but basketball does top that for me. What's your favorite movie? So I'm gonna be kind of fighting between two of them. So my favorite movie for the past couple of years has always been Dear John. And if you know Channing Tatum, then you should love that movie. But I like Dear John because it depicts a relationship that basically started off as friends, very quickly moved into, I feel like it was love at first sight. And the reason why I love it even more is because although the relationship experienced distance and they did grow apart, they also did find their way back to each other. And I feel like it's the perfect love story. My second favorite movie would have to be After. If you're a Wattpad reader, or if you've ever read on Wattpad, you would know that After was just a fan fiction, and very quickly it became a movie. And it's been kind of a series back and forth for some time, so that's definitely more of a series than a movie. So I would have to say Dear John, but I also love The Notebook, so I'm kind of fighting between them. What's the trip of your dreams? I mean, do you have to even ask? So if you know me, you know I'm always posting the Eiffel Tower, anything with the Eiffel Tower, anything to do with Paris. So the trip of my dreams is to go to Paris. And I just want 1 week, just 1 week in Paris. I just want to go explore. I just want to wear the clothes that they wear, learn a little bit of French, maybe meet somebody or not. But I definitely want to go to Paris, and I've been dreaming to go there for forever.
Oh, don't cry, are you?
I honestly almost made a rash decision and traveled there last February to March of 2022. Like, it went so close as to me exploring what the ticket cost was gonna be. And at that moment I saw that it was $1,000, but I was going through a really rough patch in my life, so I was willing to pay anything. However, I did not want to put my family through that, so I decided not to go, just to tough out whatever I was going through at home and be a little bit more prepared to explore Paris in more of a loving setting, because it's been my dream for a really long time to go there. And I just want to go there while I'm happy and not trying to get away from anything that's going on in my life. What's your favorite type of music? If you can guess, go ahead and guess. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, your time is up. My favorite type of music is Latino, Spanish music. If you know me, you know that I love my Ozuna, my Bad Bunny. I'm in the car, I'm jamming to my Spanish playlist. I have a whole playlist made for them in my phone. That's how much I love Spanish music. But I also have a love for what I used to listen to before I used to listen to Spanish music, which is dance hall and R&B music. But my number one love is Spanish music. I will always put that first. I'm gonna guess the $1 million question is this next one. Are you single? Yes, I am single, like a Pringle. I feel before I go back into a relationship, I just really need to be more in tune with myself. I need to get better at communication. So I'm just enjoying being alone right now because let's face it, I do like to be alone sometimes, but I'm really just not that ready to be locked off to just one person. Not that I'm saying I want to be accessible to multiple people right now. I'm just saying I enjoy my space right now. I enjoy not really having to let a person know everywhere that I'm going and all that complicated stuff that you taken people have to do. For what reason would you lie to a friend? Well, I would say that you should not be lying to a friend either way. But there are some times where you have to tell a little white lie, and I get that. The reason that I would lie to a friend is if I know that the truth would truly hurt them, like it will break them and crush them and shatter them. Like this is life or death truth. That's the only reason I would lie to a friend. But if it's like something minor that I know really wouldn't do anything to them, I would tell them the truth. And I just stay quiet in a lot of situations and I just pretend like I don't know a lot of stuff because I really don't like hurting people. So what's something people assume about you? So something a lot of people assume about me is that I'm Dominican or I'm Puerto Rican. I don't know, do I look like that? But when I first moved to the US, I'm guessing it's because of my hair, but I would get asked that a lot. There would sometimes be people just coming up to me speaking Spanish and I'm like, I don't speak Spanish. And then they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought that you were Dominican or Puerto Rican. It was so crazy. But I mean, I have to say, I love that I kind of look the part. Now I just have to learn to speak the language, which is I'm gonna do very soon. What's the first thing you would grab if your house was on fire? So if you asked me this question maybe like 5 years ago, I would say maybe my phone, maybe travel documents, or something that I can't sleep without. Of course, I would make sure that everyone else in the house was good because you want to get anybody else in the house out first. But now, if my house was on fire, I would definitely grab my dog first because that's my life. Like, she is my baby, my princess, my everything. I cannot live without her. What's your favorite order from Starbucks and Dunkin'? Oh my God, exciting question. So my favorite order, I'm gonna be looking down because I have to access the app to find it. I know Starbucks out of my head, but Dunkin' not so much because I recently started drinking coffee from Dunkin'. I had high hopes for them when I first moved here, but then I got introduced to Starbucks and I was like, where have you been all my life? And then when I was traveling, I didn't know that Starbucks was in the airport. I saw it late when it was time to go on my flight, so I got my same order from Dunkin' and it was bad. That coffee made it all the way to Guyana with me. So my order from Starbucks is an iced chai tea latte. Any size is fine. With almond milk, I would try to get max 5 or 6 pumps of chai, depending on the size of the cup, obviously. Light ice, 3 to 5 pumps of brown sugar, depending on the cup, and whipped cream or not. Depends on which day I get it. I'll either go for whipped cream or I'll substitute it. And I usually would always go for a crispy grilled cheese sandwich on sourdough. However, when it hits Christmas time like now, I do have a favorite, which is a cranberry bliss bar. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I love getting that during the Christmas time just because during the year they never have it, so I'm guessing it's a seasonal item. Let's move over to Dunkin' now. Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts. So for Dunkin', I'm not sure if this is now a seasonal one just because I haven't seen this drink for like the past year or so. But my recent favorite drink has been a brown sugar cookie iced chai tea latte. And I obviously get that with almond milk, brown sugar cookie swirl. I do add some more sugar to it and I get less ice. And I either pair that with hash browns or plain mini bagels. So that's my Starbucks order and my Dunkin' order. If you want to ever surprise me, please go ahead. What's one thing you can't live without? Aside from my fur baby, I would have to say coffee. Like, if I don't have coffee at the start of my day, nothing's gonna get done, nothing's gonna be done, and I will not have the energy to do possibly anything. I'll also be very agitated and I'll be a hot mess. Coffee's bae. What is something that inspires you? So not particularly something, but more of someone. But someone that inspires me would have to be my mom, because I swear that that woman can lift a mountain if you let her. I'm just joking, obviously. But I believe that my mom has a lot to do with the young lady that I am today, or the woman that I am today. And I like to think that's the same for my sisters as well. We have been through a lot of things with her in the past. The one thing that I saw her always do that's kind of stuck with me a lot as well is that she has been down. Okay, she's fell down, but the one thing she's never done is stayed down. She's gotten back up, she's fought for better, she's fought for greater things, she's fought to be mentally stronger. And so I have to say, watching her go through and do all of those things have really shaped me, and it's like it's in me because I do see myself when I see her. She is who inspires me. Like, she's my role model, she's my everything. I really have to give credits to her for who I am today, because I don't think anyone else would have been able to do it. So shout out to you, Mom, if you're watching this video. I love you from the bottom of my heart. What keeps you motivated and staying so positive all the time? So I do appreciate you telling me that I do appear to be positive, but I will let you know some days I have some not so positive moments. But now I kind of just live by let whoever think whatever, say whatever, because when I was younger, I was more of a person that used to want to clear my name. I didn't want to be caught up in any beef or any drama. Just wanted to be drama free. I still want to be drama free, but there are just some things that you have to let go. So honestly, let whoever think whatever. That's what I'm living by. And I decided to do this a few months ago, but there would be some situations where I would get involved with like arguments per se with some of my friends, and I would stress the hell out. Like, I would be super worried, I would be crying. But I decided a few months ago to just let it be whatever they want it to be. Honestly, if you feel like it's not the end of the world, like they're not gonna die, if it's not that serious, especially if it's not that serious and it's a minor, immature, childish thing that they're upset for, just let it go. I've decided that I'm just gonna stay positive, I'm gonna protect my peace, I'm gonna go about my day, and I'm just gonna let that person figure out on their own, because I'm done giving 100% of myself and 100% of my energy to situations or things or people that does not benefit me or just don't deserve my energy overall or my presence. Let whoever think whatever, say whatever. What's your favorite hobby and why? My favorite hobby is reading, and if you check my Instagram story, you'll see how much I'm really dedicated to that. I currently have maybe about 20 plus books that I need to get finished reading. I just keep getting distracted with my everyday life, work, YouTube, my daughter, aka my dog. but reading is definitely my favorite hobby. And why? It's because when I read, it takes me to this place that I love. It's like I'm distracted from the rest of the world. My imagination just goes crazy. I love the mental picture that it creates. It's almost like I'm in this book and I'm living and being these characters, and I love it. What's your biggest fear? So I have 2 or maybe 3, but I'll list all of them. So my number 1 has got to be not achieving my goals before a certain age and before a certain time. If you personally know me off camera, I'm always talking about achieving my personal goals before I meet a certain age. I was in high school. I have been dreaming about, I'm not gonna list the goals, but I've been dreaming about these things, and I obviously put myself to work to ensure that I am gonna achieve them at a certain age. But my biggest fear is not being able to achieve them, because then I'm gonna feel like I did something wrong. I'm gonna feel very put down. I'm gonna feel like a failure, and I don't want to feel like a failure. The second fear has got to be if I do, or when, manifesting it, when I do achieve those goals, not having someone to share them with. Because I know Drake said,
trust me, at the top it isn't lonely.
But I do enjoy my alone time sometimes. But when I've achieved everything that I want for myself, and just to continue working towards more, I want to be able to share that with somebody, and I want to be able to have us work together and build towards bigger and better things. My third fear, being without my family. Because as much as you guys, or some of you at least, will say that I look like a very mean person, I am a very family-oriented person, and I love my family very much. Like my mom, my sisters, my grams, my nephew. Those are like my heartbeat. And if I were to ever have to live without them, I would not know how to live. And the last question to wrap up the video is, what's your resolution for 2024? Do you believe in new year, new you? So a few years ago, I used to be saying new year, new me. But honestly, I just go by new year evolved me, to be honest. Because I'm not gonna change or be a new person. I'm just gonna be more knowledgeable, more wiser. But my resolution is to just keep working towards what I'm currently working towards in 2023. I'm just gonna continue working towards my goals. I'm just gonna be grinding harder, to be honest. I'm gonna try to pursue YouTube more, because I feel like I'm on a consistent track right now and I love it. Sticking to my routine and just being me, to be honest. So this has brought us to the end of today's video. I really hope I answered all of you guys' important questions. I really enjoyed these. They were totally different from the ones that I did in my last 2 get to know me videos. I hope that you got to know me just a little bit more this video. Don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications so you never miss when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.